Oh, please, let's jump right in here, kind of
Okay.
thing, because the only thing I do want to preface is that for a lot of our like if you didn't log in to Bold Trail, aka KB Core last week, it looks a little different. And
Yes.
so I actually got a phone call like what happened with KB Core? I'm like, you're not checking your emails, are you? Kind of thing. So
Mhm.
so if you haven't logged in and you like have multiple screens, that kind of stuff, if you could jump in and kind of look and follow along with Megan, that's great. If not, pull this up. But I just wanted to say that, the transition's already been made and
Mhm.
Megan's here to kind of help us make that work. So I'll hush now.
Thank you. No worries. No, I think that's a really great preface. So, before we dive into kind of the future of inside real estate, I really want to take a step back and show you all where we have been because over the past 10 years or so, inside real estate has been at the forefront of real estate innovation, but we're also making strategic acquisitions to serve our customers with the best in show products. And so, what you see on the screen here is really the history of our company from the product KV Core to different add-on products that you might be aware of complete complete competitors that we acquired like Boomtown and Brokerment. So we really decided that like now's a really good time to revamp our product portfolio because of that history. So when you're asking yourself, well, why the heck did they do this and totally throw off my CRM? That's kind of the reason why, and we wanted to make sure that that was very clear. So with that, we are so excited to introduce BoldTrail. So BoldTrail brings the industry's most trusted technology together into an elegant ecosystem to streamline your business and become the foundation for your growth. So it's got client lead generation all the way to closing across the home ownership life cycle, from the front office to the back office. BoldTrail is where agents and teams can thrive. So, oh, yeah, I know how to use a presentation tool. Here we go. My computer's waking up just as I am. So to be clear, Bold Trail is the new portfolio brand. As Alan had mentioned, it brings all of our capabilities together, really providing the insights, tools, innovation, community, and services that you need in that one seamless ecosystem. Now, as Alan mentioned, you'll continue to enjoy all the functionalities that you love and were using in your KB core, but simplified, enhanced, and revamped to the next level. Now, what some of the key differentiators, we've got a stronger emphasis on peer-to-peer community and growing resources of thought leadership and support. And we're so excited to say that Maximum One is officially on Bold Trail. So a few things to note here, like any major product upgrades or rebrands, Bold Trail has been released in a phased approach. So our SMB, mid-market, and a large portion of our enterprise and mega enterprise customers had actually already migrated to Bold Trail since June, and the feedback could not be more stellar. Agents are loving Bold Trail, and that early data shows that agents are spending 3x more time in Bold Trail versus KV Core, visiting more pages and finding resources faster. So agent testimonial is fantastic, and we want your testimonial. We want to hear, Alan wants to hear all of the success that you're finding. But honestly, user data, which does not lie, tells us definitively that agents are loving Bold Trail. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about it because if you are completely new to the system, if you have no idea what KV Core is, no idea what a CRM, the next 30 seconds are for you. So Bold Trail, the next generation of our front office solutions. When you think about the heart of any successful real estate business, it is built on a powerful sales engine that gets you connected to customers and helps generate closed deals. And that is what Bold Trail is all about. So it's got everything that you need to generate new business, from the most diversified and effective set of lead generation tools to not just generate new leads, but generate warm conversations with buyer and sellers. The latest AI powered CRM helps take the guesswork out of who you need to talk to each day and even what to say. Bold Trail nurtures and engages your entire database by bubbling up your hottest opportunities with a smart assistant powered by ChatGPT that crafts unique and relevant scripts for every conversation. There are also really awesome marketing tools that can deliver killer presentations, all with the deep insights and visibility into what's resonating with your customers and KPIs you need to successfully manage your business. BoldTrail really brings all of this together, and shares that powerful AI that you've come to expect from us, but with a completely new and elevated user experience. So let me show you some of those key updates, and then let's dive into the platform. So here it is, this entirely reimagined and refined user experience. It's intuitive and simple and yet incredibly powerful. So when you first log in, you'll see a sleek, new and easier to use navigation on the left-hand side, and this new feature, the search feature, Omni Search, front and center on your dashboard. So Omni Search was not available in KV Core, so this is just BoldTrail. Omni Search is an elevated way to experience the platform, allowing you to connect more quickly with the tools that you need now. So when you talk about utilizing your BoldTrail, truly go to Omni Search and type in wherever you are looking to go, and it is going to populate that for you. We've already expanded it to include products in the platform. We are going to provide future innovations so you can actually search for help articles within Omni Search. So Omni Search is going to be your one-stop shop as you're navigating your BoldTrail. So the new custom page editor, if you've spent some time in your KV Core profile recently, you've been able to get a sneak peek of this page editor in action. But I've always said having a real estate website can be a lot like having a billboard in the middle of the desert. So to be effective, they have to be purpose built. And our new page editor allows you to do just that. Easily create intentional pages that look stunning without you having to be a website guru. There is a pre-populated library of designs, or you can custom build them from scratch, but you'll see a drag and drop. What you see is what you get editor. Beforehand, you literally needed to utilize HTML coding or put together a pretty drab looking custom page, but this is just so much easier, especially for people like me, where I, for example, do my Christmas cards on Canva. And utilizing this is a heck of a lot more like that experience. So I'm super excited for you guys to be able to play around with this and create some really awesome custom content for your website. So what I'm most excited about is vitals. We've heard feedback from broker owners and team leads that upgraded levels of insights and accountability to help them grow their businesses is mission critical. Now, vitals knocks this out of the park. You can not only make data-driven decisions, but quickly and easily take action on insights to supercharge your lead generation, your follow-up, coaching if you're in a coaching or accountability role, and maximize your success. Now, the most important piece to note here is that since you've migrated over to BoldTrail, you've probably noticed that your business analytics has simply been renamed by Vitals. For now, you'll see the same but still powerful business analytics in your platform. The Vitals experience is going to be a future innovation that will be coming to market soon, but it's just too cool not to share with our customer base right now. So more info on Vitals to come and how we're going to roll that out with our go-to-market strategy. But let me dive into let's dive into BoldTrail. So without further ado, here is BoldTrail. So this is still going to be the powerful CRM that you know and love today. If you're familiar with what KV Core had looked like, guys, it's pretty similar. It's just some revamped branding. But again, let's play around with that Omni Search and I can show you exactly how that can function. So I'm in a demo account right now, so this might not be exactly the products that you guys have access to today, but right off the bat, you'll see my product. So if you invest in Property Boost, now you can easily go in and get to the Property Boost functionality. So with the click of a button, I'm taken over to Property Boost in the marketplace. Let's get back here and I can show you if I wanted to get to maybe my smart campaigns. I simply type in smart campaigns and boom, it's shown right here under features. I click and then I'm taken to my smart campaigns. So when we talk about reducing the amount of clicks and making BoldTrail a lot more easy to navigate than KV Core, it's the Omni Search that we're talking about. So I'm really excited for you all to be able to play around and utilize Omni Search in action. Now, on the left-hand side, we talked about a revamped and kind of reorganized dashboard experience. So if we click into contacts, you'll still see all of your contacts here, all of the filters that you know and love. It looks very, very similar to how your KV Core Smart CRM is organized. And again, we did this on purpose. We didn't want to completely throw a ton of change at you. And by change, I mean this updated branding and user experience. But all that to say, your contacts are still in your BoldTrail. I'm sure that you all experienced as soon as you logged in. My contacts didn't go anywhere, and that is intended functionality. All we did was flip a switch and you got that updated branding. So the listings portion is still available, still here, still the functionality that you know and love. If you have any kind of transaction management system hooked up to your BoldTrail, that would show right here. That vitals, again, that business analytics that we talked about is still right here. For those of you that haven't played around with business analytics, now called vitals, I highly encourage you to take some time to check out the different resources that you have, because even if so you'll see this scope section right here. Your office admins and your company admins can actually see data at the office or company level, depending on their permissions. But for an agent, this data is still super powerful. I like to go to first system activity. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but the key to finding success in BoldTrail is focusing on your contacts and automation, nurturing those contacts. So over here, we have this section called unengaged leads. I'm going to zoom in really, really close because that's how important it is. Unengaged leads, this section will tell you exactly what you have to do to nurture your contacts in BoldTrail. So it's showing me my contacts with no market reports, no active campaigns, or no search alerts. Right now, I'm clearly killing it with no active campaigns because all 3 of my contacts have smart campaigns, but none have market reports. So what I can do is actually click this button. It's going to take me to my smart CRM and filter all of my contacts that don't have market reports. So I can easily go in one by one or apply a mass mass market report and look at how easy it is for me to navigate over here on this right-hand side. Quickly search for a zip code. I don't think there's any data synced on this demo account, so that's okay. Oh, maybe it's just Southern California. So I just click this area. I select how often I want to send the market report. I'd click add, and then I've got the market report being sent. I'm nurturing this contact. I'm sending something at least once a month, which on average, in order for someone to see you as someone they want to buy or transact with, it takes 7 touch points. It takes 7 touch points. Now, are you remembering to do that by yourself, or can you let KV Core or BoldTrail help you with that? So again, vitals, super, super powerful. I got to that section by going to system activity and then unengaged leads. But source performance is also really powerful too. This is a demo account, so no contacts created, but let's check out the last 3 months so you can at least see. Okay, so this data would show up where you've got this nice little graph that shows you where these leads are coming from and how many are coming in and when they're coming in. At the bottom, you'll also see some metrics like if they're where the lead is in the lead timeline and if they're closed, and then some totals. So if you're someone that's heavily investing in internet lead generation, make sure that those leads are flowing in through your BoldTrail so that you can keep track of them all in one place. But then you also have the source performance metrics, so you can do some A/B testing and see which of your lead sources are the most fruitful and getting you to close not only fastest but most consistently. All right, so going down the list, we've got our Web and IDX section right here. This has been revamped to be a heck of a lot more easier and intuitive. You'll still see all of the settings that you were familiar with. That is one of the most powerful things that BoldTrail or KV Core offers within the market that sets us apart, all of the different settings and functionalities that you have as you're navigating and creating your perfect agent level website. At the top here, you actually have this ability to now search, similar to the Omni search. You can search for the different settings. So if I knew that I just wanted to update my background and I didn't want to have to scroll all the way to get to the background image section, you could simply type it in and then you'll be taken directly to that setting. So that's a super easy way to navigate your website settings. But as you go through the list, we just again made it and reorganized this so that it was a little bit more intuitive to use. This is that custom page editor that I was talking about and all the different templates. So my top tip for you is if you've got a really cool idea for a custom page, but you don't see the category on here, like you wanted to create a, maybe it's you work with a nonprofit and that's something that you're really passionate about. And there's no section here that says nonprofit work, but instead I'm going to take this about me page editor or template and then customize it to be about my nonprofit that I work for. So you'll see here that all you have to do is start to click around and play with the text, and it's a simple double click. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see the different settings. So you can go crazy with like text color, with the positioning on the page. You can have tons of fun with it. But as this looks today, that's exactly what's going to show up on your website. You can even see a mobile version right here, just to make sure that it's mobile compatible. But this is how easy it is to create content and put it up on your website. This publish button is all it takes. So that's the Web and IDX section. Again, highly recommend that you utilize the templates. But if you want to create your own custom page, this is what that looks like, where you just start from scratch and start to drag and drop images, buttons, etc. So with that, if you're not familiar with it, you can also add testimonials, service area, and SEO pages. You can blog, you can add custom widgets to your website. Really, the sky is the limit. That is not meant to intimidate, just allow you to have options. Because if you're someone that is not super comfortable with updating Web and IDX or adding custom pages to your website, know this and rest assured with this. The website that you get with Maximum One comes out of the box with everything that you need. You don't have to touch a thing if you don't want to. And that's why having BoldTrail is so powerful. Okay, so going down the list, we reorganized all of our marketing tools to be in one cohesive space. So some of the most popular in this list are smart campaigns, which is like your drip campaigns, but on steroids. You can set up mass search alerts, schedule mass emails. So if we're talking super relevant, schedule a mass email for upcoming holiday season. Schedule a mass email to wish people a happy new year. And if you pre-schedule it, that's 5-10 minutes that you can take out of your day today so that you can rest up and relax or nurse your New Year's Eve hangover and just in the comfort of your own home. And your scheduled mass email is already going to be running. Market reports and listing valuation settings are right here. Birthday and anniversary messages. Guys, there's so many powerful tools that you can utilize within the system. Scrolling down now to lead engine. So what we did here was we reorganized this tile so that it included not only paid lead generation, but the free lead generation. If you're not familiar with it, we have our marketplace, which is like the app store where you can customize and your BoldTrail, and that's where the add-ons really happen, especially the lead generation. But we put in this lead generation tile both free and paid, so you had it all in one place. If you are not familiar, landing pages and squeeze pages are a really great way to capture leads for free. No, just keep this in mind. If you've got more time or you've got more money, you've got different pathways in here. If you've got more time and less money, landing pages and squeeze pages are fantastic. But again, they take some time. It's going to take time for you to create them. It's going to take time for you to post and promote. So you've got the options, you've got the different pathways wherever you're at in your real estate business, your real estate journey. But now all of the lead generation tools are just organized in one place for you. So marketplace, this is where the fun begins. This is where you can, again, customize. It's like the app store. all of the products are listed right here, but if you start to play around, we'd kind of gamified it a little bit. So if you select get leads, this is all of the lead generation products. If you want to engage with your contacts, we've got premium smart campaigns, voicemail drop, newsletters and blogs. If you're someone that has a really great blogging idea or newsletter idea, but you just don't want to create it yourself, have our team do it for you. Personal smart number is fantastic. Promoting listings, customizing your website, coaching and help, tons of resources here. There's some platform solutions and then integration partners. If you've got, let's say, a vanity domain, you've been using megansalesrealestate.com for the past 20 years and you want to connect that to your BoldTrail, you can easily do that here, but just some other integrations that you can check out if you have them. Now, under the more section is all of our training and support resources and the community aspects that we've talked about. So if you are new, and I think I have a slide for this too. If you're new to the platform, there are so many ways that you can learn how to use it, get the training and support that you need. A lot of that system training is also located right here in the dashboard too. So that's everything BoldTrail. Again, OmniSearch is going to be that biggest update. So make sure to check that out and play around with it. But hopefully you've learned something new today about BoldTrail that it can do or that you can utilize in your business. A couple things here. Again, I've kind of briefly talked about this, but if you're new to the platform, or you are going to say yes to BoldTrail in 2025. I mean, New Year's resolutions are coming up. You might also have some downtime depending on if your market is slow during the holiday season, but now is as good a time as ever to focus on BoldTrail. So success means focusing on two things, build and nurture. Now, by adding contacts or generating leads in BoldTrail, you are building out your database. And then you can nurture those leads through the market reports, the search alerts, and the smart campaigns that we talked about. And again, all of these are included in BoldTrail at no additional cost. There are tons of tools in BoldTrail, but simplify and remember to build and nurture. We talked about a lot of things today. My expectation, and I'll make sure that Alan feels this way too, the expectation is not that you utilize every single freaking tool on day one, but you try at least one tool. And then maybe the next day you try another tool and then another tool. And then you take a second and make sure that you're feeling solid with those three tools. And then you learn something else. It all compounds on itself. There is absolutely no expectation that you're utilizing every single thing in the system on day one. It is very, very powerful and very robust. It takes time. So be patient with yourself. But as you're figuring out, well, where do I start? Ask yourself this, is it focused on contacts, building and nurturing your database? Okay, so very, very high level, want to make sure that you guys know exactly where to go for support, training, and one-on-one services if you need it. We have so many really, really smart people that are here to help you if you ever have questions or experience an issue in the system. So the two ways that agents can submit a support ticket. Yes, agents, we want to make sure that you are connecting with us. You don't have to tell Alan and then he tells someone else. You can submit your own support tickets either through the chat bubble in the platform right here. You can chat with someone. I think our hours are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, no, Pacific. Yes, Pacific. And then we also have support at insiderealestate.com as an email resource. If you're someone that's like, oh, I don't want to sit and monitor a chat bubble, email in your support ticket. If I can give you any piece of advice, make sure that your question or your ticket has as much information as possible so you can limit the amount of back and forth right away so that our team can take your examples, exactly what's going on, screenshots of what's going on, and be able to investigate it and get to a solution quicker. So with that, we also have tons of training resources. We've got the learning portal, which is self-paced. We've got a live training calendar if you're someone that would prefer a call more like this, where it's with someone, whether it's pre-recorded or live and virtual. And then we also have one-on-one services that are paid if you've got a really unique question or a really unique business case, you've got those resources. That is not the first thing that I would recommend though, because we have so many free training resources, but the one-on-one services is there for you if you need it and if you're ready to invest that time and money in your business. So finally, we've updated our customer success link tree with BoldTrail branding. Now, if you haven't done so already, I'm going to just pull this up and then throw it in the chat. But this is a really great resource to bookmark at the top of your desktop because it's literally every single resource and help article and link that you'll ever need to get to for your BoldTrail journey. I use this every single freaking day and I work here and have worked here for a very long time. So make sure to bookmark this. Let me throw it in the chat. There you go. And what else did I have? Let's get back in here. Okay. So before we go into a Q&A, Alan, I don't know if we have time for Q&A, but I'd really love to just hear from a couple people. What are you most excited about utilizing in your BoldTrail? I want to hear from at least 2 people in the chat before we move on to Q&A about what you're most excited to use.
Well, now's the time to speak up, folks. You ain't got to turn your camera on, but at least jump in there.
Yeah,
So,
just let us know. Love the link tree. Okay, super cool. Thank you, Amy.
yeah.
Guys, we gotta hurry here. I've not had coffee yet, so if anything, you're just holding me back from my coffee.
Well, I
Mayor,
do like the behavioral automation parts
Yeah,
that I think a lot of folks, we had some of those in KV Core, but I'm not sure everyone really understood and played with those. So I think
yeah,
that that's a nice setup. Personally, I think that some of the web things are pretty snazzy,
yep.
but also you don't have to use them, right? So,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
does anybody else have anything that they're looking for?
Yep. Perfect,
I'm
Amy.
looking forward to the customization of the website. Is there an added fee if we want to customize with our brand colors?
Ooh, that's a great question. Alan, do you guys have premium website templates? Correct me if I'm wrong.
We do have a template in there, and that
Okay.
was I put in actually a request because we have those in there, and I'm trying to figure out how to get those changed. Neil and Amy actually had the same question about colors because some
Ooh,
of the colors on our websites are not our company colors, kind of thing. So
sure.
yeah, we do have some of those. How to get them changed? I haven't got that figured out yet, but we were trying to get the BoldTrail switch over, and now I've kind of been going back and forth because Neil and Amy had the exact same question.
Okay. So if I can shed some light on this, if you go to web and IDX, if you followed along as I quick type this in, I'll go back. So I navigated to the web and IDX section over here and I'm in website settings. Now I'm
Uh-huh.
just going to type in color and then you've got template color right here. And this is the primary color for your template. So if you choose custom, if you've got like a hex code, you can select it right here. There you go. So if there's a specific color that you need to add or want to find or create yourself,
Custom
you can do that right here.
winning.
Great question.
So
Well, Megan, primarily, like we know how to change some of those colors.
Yeah.
There's one line, like when you go, like when I log in to our main website or any agent's website, on the front page, there's a long green line along the bottom.
Can you
It's
give
the
me an
only
example of
line
a
that's
website?
green, other than I think maybe some of the buttons are green when you go down to our locations. Uh,
Okay.
but that's the only places that we've not been able to change the colors. Like we know we can change them for the template,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just those 2 spots that I have
seem to
found.
be hard coded. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like part of the website or something.
Could you, I just want to nip this in the bud and be able to see exactly what we're talking about. Can you put a link into a website in the chat so I can quick take a look and then we can find it together?
Mhm.
Awesome.
I just at least want to see what you're talking about. And then Alan, I'll submit a ticket or an inquiry with our ProServe team and I'll ask where that line is coming from. Oh, are you talking about this right here?
Yes, that green line.
That
And then the
green, okay.
one under each one where it says our locations, it just has a green line. Just listed.
Featured areas, our locations. So it's this green line.
Well, that one and the one right under the video there, it's a thicker green line that goes
Yeah.
across. You see where my arms are on the video?
Yes, that line.
That one that goes the width of the page. And then if you scroll down just a little where the buttons are for locations,
Yep.
yeah, see it's like a navy blue and then
Mhm.
there's green.
Do you
But
not
like
want the green?
well, no,
Nothing in our company's green. So
colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, Alan, maybe unless you know for certain right now, what color would we want that to be instead?
that's a that's a really good question there as well.
I mean, a
And is
dark
this
gray or
effectively?
anything would
Yeah,
be,
a gray would probably be, something that to where the background color would or the words would still stand out, but a gray would probably be the best thing I could think of right now off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah, you've got some time to figure that out. But I don't think I'd change anything until I talk to you.
Okay.
But is this happening on every single, is this
Yes,
a company website or is this an office website?
this one's our
both.
office,
Yeah.
but the
Okay.
agent's the same.
But then, the way it works all the way down through, everybody's on there.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thanks for bringing this to my attention. I'm happy to help investigate and see what we can do to help
Thank you.
Thank
mitigate
you.
that. Yeah, of course.
Now, for most of the agents that we have here, and I know that like, do you have time for questions and answers, or
I do.
I
I
have some
mean,
I'd like to throw at you, that kind of thing, and then ask for advice, but I'm not sure. I'm not trying to take over from you either.
no. I'd love to spend some time in Q&A. I mean, I truly haven't had coffee today, but let's do Q&A and then
Okay.
yeah. So I've got some more time for you guys.
Okay. Well, first I want to see, do any of the agents that are on have some questions that they need to hit up before I start with my myriad of questions for you?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna back off and say, hey, the folks who are using this daily, weekly, that kind of stuff. Anybody have any questions that they'd like to throw at Megan right now?
I have one quick question. I can't seem like sometimes I've contacted people, but it's still showing that I didn't clear them off. And I guess I need to do a one-on-one to figure out how exactly to clear off where it's saying I have tasks I have not completed. I've called them directly from my phone, but I don't know how to clear them off the dashboard.
So and I can triple check this, but I don't believe there's a way to check when tasks have been completed. I think those tasks will always stay there. I need to triple check that because if my memory serves me, and as you can imagine, there are so many different functionalities here and feature requests that users have submitted, but I want to say that that's been a pretty well asked for feature request to have the ability to intuitively be able to check a box when you've completed a task and then it's removed from your dashboard. So, Alan, I'll follow up on that because I'm 99% sure that's intended functionality, but a current feature
Yeah, right
request.
now the thing we have to do is you have to open up your task list and hit snooze, but then it will pop back up. But that's
Okay.
you can snooze it for next week, another week, that kind of stuff. But it doesn't, like you said, if we could get that changed, that's a great one, and that's a great request there, Linda.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to make sure I'm super clear. If it's a feature request, it's not something that will be guaranteed to change, and timeline especially can vary. So I just want to make sure that I'm as honest and upfront about that as possible. But
Yeah.
if anyone actually does have a feature request, you've got the section right here where if you go into the chat, you can share your product ideas. And our top product team, honestly, you guys reviews this every single quarter. If you have an idea, put it in there and it will be reviewed.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have two questions. And I've been in and out. My first question is, I've called before and leads popping in on my phone. I have all my notifications on, and I'm still not getting new leads that come to my phone. And that's like
Okay.
super important to me.
Oh, that's so important. I completely
Yeah.
agree. That sounds like it needs to be submitted as a support ticket so that our team can investigate and see why you're not getting those lead notifications sent to your phone. So, again, I'd recommend you can do it in two different ways. Message us through the chat bubble right here or submit an email ticket to support@insiderealestate.com. And I'll throw
Okay,
this
I
in the
did.
chat.
And I talked to someone and they fixed it. It worked for a few days and then it just went out again.
Yep, we
Um,
definitely need to know about that, especially if it's happened once and then was fixed and is happening again. You have to let us know so that we can help fix it for you.
Okay. And my second question is, how do you, because this CRM is totally new to me,
Yeah.
what do you suggest is the best way to learn like all the features and everything that it does? Like, can someone give us a one-on-one or like
Oh, that's a
YouTube? I
great
mean, what's the
question.
best way?
Okay, so highly recommend Agent Quick Start course in our learning portal. It is like BoldTrail 101. So if you are new to the platform, take this course. It can be completed under honestly an hour if you put it on like 1.5 speed setting, depending on your preference. But it goes through
Everyone talks
setting up
like
your
Minnie Mouse.
BoldTrail. What was that?
Everybody talks like Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, exactly. So it's setting up your BoldTrail, how to set up your profile because that's super important. Making sure that your profile is set up because that's where information is pulled or put on your customer-facing website. But if you would prefer to do so, let's go back and use the link tree. So this is again that link tree that I had shared with you guys. If you go to our webinar calendar and then y'all are in Eastern. So every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we've got, and this is not BoldTrail branded, so you'll still see it called KV Core, but we've got Agent Quick Start Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. It runs every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if you're someone that would prefer a live setting, feel free to join here. There's also some really great videos or presentations here on the live training calendar if you're getting started. KV Core orientation or BoldTrail orientation is really great because it gives a high level demo of the system. It's going to be similar to kind of what we presented today, but it's going to be a heck of a lot more in depth of a demo. Probably like 30 to 45 minutes, whereas I think I only spent like 10 minutes on the platform with you guys. So those are my top recommendations. Again, it's Agent Quick Start or the live training calendar. YouTube is also great too. In all honesty, I would not recommend paying for one-on-one demo of the system or like basic day one training because those resources are so ample within the platform. Really the only time I'd recommend like advanced one-on-one training is if it's advanced one-on-one training. If you've got a really specific use case where you want to set up a specific smart campaign for a specific lead source and you really want help with that and you're willing to pay someone, I want to say it's like upwards of $100 an hour. So it's definitely an investment, but investing in BoldTrail is obviously super important and mission critical for your business. So long-winded answer of that question, but I hope that's helpful to you.
Well, but I've seen where like the live training sessions, those are really valuable. And you've got someone that is a Bold Trail KV Core trainer who is, and they're going to do their presentation, but then afterwards they're going to go through and dig through all your questions. They're going to help you come up with all the different answers. And that is just a really wonderful resource to be able to go and access those people live. I've seen where they'll actually pull your website up, do all kinds of things with everyone right there because they want to show that to everybody. You can catch the replays, but the live sessions, that's where there's a lot of value there because they'll dig deep with you right there. Sorry, Megan.
No, that's fantastic.
And I encourage you, before you do one of those, please, please, please do that agent quick start. There's nothing more frustrating than to be a participant on that live session and people are asking questions that I know are covered in the agent quick start. And all you're doing is saying, hey, I've done nothing and I'm showing up wasting everybody else's time. Do the agent quick start. I tell people get in there and play with the system. There's enough free stuff. It's just a matter of spending time to learn it. And I use the example, both of my sons, they're in their 20s and they've played video games for years and never had a one-on-one session to learn how. They got in there and they played it. They made mistakes. They learned from mistakes and they got better at it. And I think of this the same way. It's just getting in there, playing with it, and working through the system and spending time there. I mean, just getting familiar with it. Because like anything else, if anything new, it's hard until you figure it out. And it's way better to learn through experience than someone walking you through it and then you forgetting what they told you. So I would highly suggest agent quick start. Like when I do trainings in our office, I refuse to let agents come if they've not completed it. And they don't realize I can click on agent success and I can see, did you complete it or did you not?
Yeah.
And I just refuse. I will not help them if they've not completed that because I'm not going to teach you how to log in. I mean, there's a certain base knowledge you need to have before you get help. So that's my 2 cents. Sorry.
No, Neil, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And so many of the top brokerages across North America that I work with have that exact same philosophy. So kudos to you and how it sounds like you're leading your team. So kudos to how you're leading the team.
I just have one question myself.
Yeah.
I came in a little late, and I was just wondering if there were any updates to the social media automation part of this.
Oh, that's a really great question. I nothing's coming to mind off the top of my head.
Okay.
Alan, so sorry. Do you guys have listing machine and design center?
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. So as you guys are, if you've not done this already, go to just to make sure that you're fully aware of all the social media settings that you have, go to listing machine. And then get into your design center. And then if you go to settings, and if this is completely new to you, I highly recommend taking your taking design center and listing machine and design center kind of agent quick start so you can learn what exactly this is, but super high level. Make sure that your social media settings are synced so that the auto posting for your listing kit or your marketing assets are auto posting, or at least for Instagram being sent to your phone so that you can post them yourself. Within this, the organization sets up postcards or social media posts or flyers that are automatically created whenever you get a new listing. And then that content is emailed automatically to you. So if you'd like to have it auto post for you on social media, we got there by going to settings. And then you'll just sync your social media settings right here. To make sure that you've got everything else set up, you can go down to social, which is social media auto posting. And all you have to do is go to your settings and preferences. Again,
Okay.
sync your social media settings, but then you can choose which kinds of articles are posted, real estate or not. And then you can also choose what holidays to allow auto posting for. So if you're like, yeah, I don't care. Like whatever you guys create is totally fine with me. I mean, we've got really, really creative people that are creating awesome content. So if you selected all of these settings, think about how you're nurturing your leads within your sphere of influence, and just posting content so that with again your branding on it, so they see that you are active, you're engaged, and you can help them buy or sell real estate.
Yeah, once you turn that on,
Thank you.
it's kind of creepy because all of a sudden things just start showing up on your website, kind of thing. And you're like, where did that come from? Or on social media, it just immediately starts spitting those out. So do spend a little time and make sure you're selecting on the categories that you really want to be posting about, because if you do everything, it will literally start throwing everything out there from onto your social platforms.
Absolutely. But if you think about it this way, you're just leveraging the exact same technology that pretty much every single major company, even small businesses, are using tools like this, where they're utilizing social media auto posting and leveraging tools and AI and automation like this. You're just kind of jumping onto the bandwagon and utilizing those tools, because I guarantee that you'd rather be spending your time running an open house or sitting down and actually having a buyer seller meeting, whatever the case may be, where you're actually out transacting, versus spending time just posting on social media. Your time is worth way more than that. And your brokerage wants to see you out actively selling versus just setting up
We
social
promise. Yes, we
meetings.
do.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So
All right.
that's a great question. There aren't any new like updates. I mean, you've got the updated like user interface with the branding, but no like innovation specifically tied to BoldTrail. But again, I think the thing that I can that I'd love to emphasize the most is that the transition over to BoldTrail is just kind of phase one. This is where all future innovation is going to be happening. So now that you guys have access to BoldTrail, just buckle up your seatbelts, because we're about to release some really, really cool stuff. And this is stuff that you don't want to miss, but you have to have the foundations. And like Neil was saying, Agent Quick Start is going to help you, again, know how to log in, know how to set up your profile, know how to add a contact in your smart CRM, and know some of these basics, because the really, really fun stuff that we're releasing won't be relevant to you if you don't know how to use the basics.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Any other questions before we wrap up today?
I guess I can look this up. I was trying to see if there was a limit to how many emails we can send before we're charged an additional fee if we want to do automated emails.
No, I've got accounts that send out emails like 70,000 plus emails every single day. So you're totally fine.
All right. Well, the only thing I kind of want to wrap up with is like if you've not been getting into this platform, please do the Agent Quick Start. Please focus on, like the basic thing to focus first on is getting your account set up. So whether you're going to take those live training sessions, which are broken into 4 different parts to kind of get you started, doing the Agent Quick Start, those kind of things. Plan on spending some time every day in this piece of your business. It is so worthwhile to invest in, I mean, just even 10 minutes a day. When you use this platform, it's like your own personal assistant, right? It's there, it's sending out messages for you, it's sending out emails, sending out property alerts, it's alerting you when people are interacting and engaging with you. A lot of folks try and do the same things that BoldTrail does individually. They'll go and set things up in the MLS to send out. They'll send emails out through Gmail. They'll do social media posting out through these other things. When you have one platform, and if you'll just get used to it, warm up to it, and start utilizing it, now everything is kind of going in and out of your database, right? So all your marketing goes out. Anybody that comes in goes in back into your database. It really it starts becoming like a piece of you. It's one of those things where you're doing it every single day. But if you just try and, like, some folks will be like, well, I'm going to put a whole day into it. Well, it's your brain's just going to melt. It's not going to be something that you enjoy doing. You just need to spend a little bit of time every single day operating inside this, inside this platform. So, Megan, do you agree, or do you have any other parting thoughts there? That was kind of what I had.
I totally agree. I think that's fantastic advice. It's just don't boil the ocean. Take it one baby step at a time.
Excellent. Neil, you were very tech savvy. And so, any other thoughts you have on this?
Just the analogy I've used with our agents is I tell them it's similar to being in a cockpit of a fighter jet. There's a lot of buttons and gadgets to, push and flip. But the main thing you need to do, first of all, is learn how to fly, learn how to take off and land. Then you can worry about the guns and the missiles and any of that stuff and turning flips and the fun things. But get the basics, because kind of like Megan said, not trying to use everything all at once. I tell agents, you're never going to use everything. You really only need to find the tools that have the best return on investment of your time for you and get really good at those things. So that applies in a lot of areas of life, right? We can be very busy in this business and not make any money, but you can focus on the few things that bring in money and work less. So I love the system. I'm very thankful we have it. Looking forward to the new things. And once again, I don't know everything. I'm going to have to study, and I'm going to have to watch videos. I'm going to have to get in there and play with it myself. So I wish everybody the best, and I hope everybody that's with Maximum One really appreciates the technology that we have. Because we had to really, Alan knows, we had to really push to get this a few years ago, didn't we?
And we did.
Yeah.
Well, and as a company, we know that, agents who I mean, like your most successful folks have a database, and being able to, really what this gives you is the ability to leverage relationships. We have to have a lot of relationships in real estate. And so you can either just try and outlive everybody, or you can have a platform that helps you to be able to nurture and generate more relationships. This is a relationship business. And that's why, a client relationship manager, CRM, makes so much sense. So, Megan, any parting thoughts?
No, I think you guys said it all. Thanks so much for your time, everyone. Have a great holiday, great rest of your day. And if I can challenge you with anything, send a holiday card through BoldTrail. That's a really great practice in getting some contacts set in the system, set up, and then send them some kind of touch point. Holidays are a great time to do it. So if that's a goal that you can set for yourself, highly recommend.
Excellent.
And send them all to Alan. I'm sure you'd love to see them.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Please.
Neil.
Yeah, send it to me too. I'm all about it. So
yeah, he'll respond and
all right,
probably
well,
even send you a holiday gift if you send him an email. I think that's my thought.
yeah, I like it. All right. Well, thank you very much. And if anybody has any other parting questions, anything else that maybe Neil or I could help with, going once, going twice. I love y'all. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Alan. Bye, Neil. Bye,
all right.
everyone. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.